Hello guys, now I'll be telling you how you can get cheap or even free school book here in Italy. You can see this particular book. This book is about 41 euro, but I got this book free of charge. So I'll be telling you how you can also get free books or cheap books here in Italy, especially for those of you that have children in secondary school. You know, in secondary school here, you're the one that will pay for their books. It's not like when they were in primary school, as you buy this book, government will help you pay. But immediately they move to secondary school, you will be the one to pay for this book for them. And at times you can spend up to about 300, 400 euro, 500 euro, depending on the type of book and depending on the region, just for one child. And for some of you have up to about 3 children, 4 children in secondary school at the same time. So just imagine you paying for 400 per child. So you're going to be spending up to about 1,005, 1,002, 1,006, depending on the case. So I'm also suggesting how you can get free books or how you can get cheap books here in Italy. I'm not forcing you to take this advice. This is just my own suggestion to you. Thank you. Now you can see this particular book. Now, if you want to buy this book normal, you are going to buy it for 41 euro. You can see it in Amazon. It is 41 euro. Now, instead of you to spend 41 euro buying this book, the other books, I'm just using this as an example. So if you spending 41 euro to buy this particular book, what I would advise you to buy is to buy a used one. So in the same Amazon, you see where they wrote used book. You click it, you see the price just changed from 41 euro to about 9 euro for this same book. And at times there's no difference between the new book and this used one. There are some of us immediately we hear used book, we just have this mindset that no, is the book is not good. No, there are a lot of used book here that is almost like your new book. Like for instance, there are some bookshop that want to close down and they have some of all these things in stock. So they just want to close down the store. Some of them they can also sell it and just add it to used book. So if you are lucky, you buy some of all these books, you discover that it's almost like new as well. And there are some children here in Italy that are so organized and neat that the book that they even use in a particular term, if you see that book, if somebody tell that they have used that book, you will argue it, the book will still be very neat. There are some very neat students here in Italy. So the parents could decide to say, okay, since their books are still very neat, instead of me throwing it away, let them just sell it in Amazon. So you can also see very good new book in Amazon. They will just write used book. So for those of you that you feel that you cannot afford the one of 41 euro, you can also use this option. As I said before, I'm just using this as a case study. So you can also try this for other expensive book that you want to buy for your children. In case you have 3 children in secondary school, 4 children in secondary school, the burden might be too much for you. So you can also use this option for those of you that are not aware as well. So how can you get the free book that I was talking about? Now, this particular one, I did not spend 1 euro, I got it free. Now I got it from an auntie that have children that have gone through that class before. This one is for a secondary school. So my daughter will be buying one of these books. So she called me and she said, okay, the children that have gone through that class and she want to throw all these books book away if I'll be needing them. So I said, yes, I've bought some, although I still have some in my list because I wanted to take from my senior son own so that the daughter can use it, because I told you in my previous video that it is not compulsory that you must buy a book every year. If you have a child that have gone through a particular class in your secondary school, maybe primary JSS ones or class 2, the child have passed through class 2 and the child is going to class 3, and you have another child that is going to that previous class, your child that have passed that class before can also give the textbook to his brother or his sister, depending on how organized or how neat that child is. That some children, you give them book, after 1 week you will not be able to recognize that book again. They will tear, they will write better and another. When some children, they were able to keep that book very well. So the woman called me and she said, okay, she have a lot of books. So when I checked the list, like this one is about 41 euro. I have not bought it. I said, okay, I sent the list of the ones I have not bought. And she brought it to my house. This I'm just coming back from work now. I saw some of all this book. Although my son already have some of all this book as well. So I now needed to compare the one that is still very neat, that is still very good, so that I will not have to go and buy. So based on my own observation, I've discovered that almost all the books she brought, they are all new. If I tell you that they have used this book before, you will not believe it's still like a new book. So for those of you that have maybe a son that have passed a particular class, you can take the book from that son and give to your other child that is about to go through that class, so you not spend money. Or you have a church member, you have somebody in your area the child might have passed through that class. Instead of the person throwing those books away, you can also take a look at those books. If they are still neat, if they are still good, you can also your child can also use that book in his own class. All you need to do is to make sure you take the syllabus of that particular year to see that it is that same book the school will be using, because at times they change it every year. But like where I stay for the past 4 5 years, they've not changed their syllabus. It's still almost the same book that they've been using. So if you are lucky, it will also be the same book. Or you can take all this book from your friends, from your church member, from your child. You can also take it to the bookshop and tell them to help you select the ones that is still valid, so they can also help you do that. So these are the list of the books she brought for me, which is almost about 200 euro that she just saved for me now. I have done this similar video before, although I already took some of this book for my son's own before. But based on what I'm seeing now, I think this one are cleaner than the one my son also the one my son was supposed to give to the sister. So I just like to come and share this opinion to you first. Maybe it could be helpful to one of you that is still struggling to see how you can buy books for your children. Somebody can say, "Ah, there's no point. Why not just go and buy the book? After all, you go and do bonus libro or bonus libre later, which is the bonus you go and do." First of all, it's not everybody that are qualified for this bonus. Like in my own case, and for a very long time, I have not been qualified because my ISA is very high. So depending on your region, all each region have their own requirement. It's not everybody that will meet up for the requirement. At times, even if you meet up with the requirement of bonus libre, maybe you spend 500 euro to buy a book for your child. At times some commune can give you back 50 euros, some commune can give you back 100 euro, some commune can give you back 150, and you spend 500, they are giving you 100 euro, meaning 400 euro will come out from your pocket. So you could also use that as well. But if you feel like you are not qualified for the bonus, this one is another option. So you are the one that will now make your choice. So please share this video, try to get to as many parents as possible, and don't forget to use tap send. That happens to be the best app to send money to Nigeria because it has the highest exchange rate. If you put my promo code Heroes TV, they will dash you 5 euro in your first transaction. You can get tap send from Apple Store, Play Store, and just download it, and you thank me for it. Thank you, and God bless you.